Okay, good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the May 18th Board of Education meeting. The superintendent will lead us in the pledge. Okay, that brings us to changes in the meeting agenda. There are none. Items for board action. A, curriculum writing project. Mr. Scanlon.
Yes, there are a few curriculum writing projects that the Curriculum Development Committee has put forward for approval from the Board of Education for this summer. These are for courses that are going forward for next year. Most of them are due to changes within the state standards in their particular areas.
Do I have a motion? Mr. Vizzo, Mr. Kornreich, second. All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. B, approval of administrative interns for the 2021, wait, do I have that right? Okay, go. I'm reading the wrong date.
Yes, what we do is we typically board approve our administrative interns so that you're aware of who's coming up and helping out the
Right.
administration.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Kornreich, second. Mr. Vizzo. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Brings us to item C, personnel matters, instructional. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Vizzo? Mr. Kornreich? Anything? Okay. Are there any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Personnel matters, non-instructional.
So moved.
Mr. Vizzo?
Second.
Mr. Kornreich? Any discussion? Is there anything? Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Okay. That brings us to item D, the budget vote. Do we have anything? Okay. We will have to recess, waiting for this. Okay, if it's the board's pleasure, we will begin our public participation. Public participation provides an opportunity for members of the community to address the board and administration. Public participation will last 30 minutes, and each speaker will have 3 minutes. People wishing to speak should fill out a blue form with their name, address, topic, and additional contact information. Speakers may also provide to the district clerk written statements which will be distributed to the board. Board members and administrators will not engage in dialogue with speakers at this time. Board members or administrators may contact individual speakers with answers to questions, may contact and with additional information as appropriate. Negative comments about individual staff members or students is not permitted. Personnel matters are by law confidential. Having said that, Robert Shabilsky.
Last week, Mr. Barnhart joined the senior criminal justice classes to speak about the importance of our civic duties and how we could speak at board meetings. Because of him, here I am. My name is Robert Shabilsky. I'm a senior at Ward Melville, and I've built relationships with my fellow students, staff members, and administrators, part of the reason why I'm comfortable speaking here today. I'm involved in many extracurriculars at 17. I've worked at McDonald's for 3 years as a junior manager. I see Dr. Baum there time from time. I string and dye lacrosse heads for pro lacrosse players. I take photos and write stories for our incredible Invictus yearbook. This weekend, I completed my Eagle Scout project, Scout's highest honor. In school, Mr. Bernhardt has referred to me as a student leader. I've been involved with the school musical since 7th grade, painting sets and doing lights for shows at Murphy. In 9th grade, I finally mustered the courage to step on stage and continue throughout my tenure at Ward Melville. Going to sophomore year at Ward Melville's, 2 seniors spoke with me about the work ethic and character Miss Linda Contino has built with the students and the culture she creates around the classroom and on the stage. Today, our rehearsal ended early, hearing the news that Miss Contino and Mr. Rogers have been pushed out and will not continue with the musical moving forward next year. I am not like my peers. I wear a suit and tie to school most days. I dreaded often going to school up until my 9th grade year. Scared moving up to the new building, I leaned on seniors who had experienced what I had forthcoming. Linda Contino took me under her wing and helped guide me into the young man I am today. We sat for hours together last February at the Orlando airport awaiting our delayed flight home. 1 month later, Miss Contino was reaching out to us how she missed our voices, our smiles, and the music we had created together. Singing together at Disney is the formative highlight of my high school career. For the yearbook, I took the helm of our show spread, telling the story of how much the students respect and loved her. The show is an innate part of who she is. During our concert, handfuls of alumni come back to each performance to join us for group pieces. My mom often comments on how much her students love her to come back to sing for her. This is not her job, it is her life, it is for who she is. Last year, when COVID had first started, she brought her homemade chili to the drive-thru for me at McDonald's. She is one of the reasons I come into that building each day with a smile on my face. I look forward to both periods of singing for her each day. This year has been different from every year. We have done our best to adapt and thrive. But removing Miss Contino from the musical is parallel to taking the world-famous McDonald's French fries off the menu board. When we pull back from the curtains and look at Miss Contino's career from a macro perspective, it is clear all the hearts she has touched, all the music created, and the good she has done for our school and community at large. For many students in the music department, they go off to school to pursue music ed because of her. I interviewed Miss Contino for my yearbook spread and will leave you with this. It was important to the team of people who put on the show, in the midst of the pandemic and all going on in the world, that we have a show experience. The show is a great experience of camaraderie and friendship, not only for those involved, but the community as a whole. The musical has been a part of the fabric of my life since I started here at Ward Melville. I love it with my whole heart. Enjoying these characters vicariously through the students, the musical is so valuable to the education of our students, we need to do it. And to that I will end, without Miss Contino, there is no Ward Melville musical. Thank you, guys.
Anne Marie Shabilsky.
Can I skip a turn, please?
Sure. You want to go at the end?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Come back to follow.
George Kewen.
To lower the mic. Yeah, I don't have anything prepared, and I'm nowhere as much of a speaker as Rob, but I'm just gonna talk a bit. Yeah, I'm going to school for music ed, and a lot of that is, and my passion and my knowledge of the value of hard work and just the value of making a product and having people that care about you is because of Contino. And I mean, it's so big of the identity of Ward Melville is our shows, and that is in big part due to Miss Contino and Mr. Rogers, and I feel that they should be able to leave that when they choose. I don't think that it's right. And we don't know exactly why they have been told they can't continue, but I personally believe that it is an issue of just misunderstanding, not realizing what the students want and what is best for the students. Because I think if you were to poll the students, or if you got a better understanding of how everyone feels, especially those who have experienced life and the musicals before the pandemic, it would tell a different story. And that she really, and Mr. Rogers, both of them, I don't think that it's right. And I think that, they do so much. They do so much for us, absolutely so much for us. And they really, they show us how they could get by doing so much less, but they don't. And I admire that about both of them. I yield my time. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Olivia Donnelly.
Hello, I first want to thank you all in advance for giving us this platform as students to speak our minds to you. We were informed today that Miss Linda Contino has been told she will not be doing the musical from now on, along with Mr. Rogers. Linda Contino has been a music teacher in Ward Melville High School for over 30 years and has been producing the shows for most of that time. She has given us a place to be creative and to be ourselves without judgment. She has made a family here for us to be a part of and given us a place to feel safe and supported. From personal experience as a senior, this woman has done so much for me during my experience at Ward Melville. I feel that she is somebody that I can approach when I need to talk about anything in the world, and that she will help me and stand by me. She has made the school's theater program into what it is today. She spends months preparing for this to make it the best it can possibly be. This is her life and her passion. She fought for us to even have a show this year during a global pandemic, not for herself, but for us to be given the opportunity to do what we love. She puts her all into giving us the best experience possible, and that is why we were putting our all into getting all of you to give her her show back. Nobody else will be able to show students what the production of a show is like. We want future Ward Melville students to experience the magic that she is able to create, because she really does have a wonderful gift. Also, nobody will be as dedicated to this production as she has always been. The fight and perseverance she has shown to make all of this possible is unmatched by anybody I've ever met. She puts every ounce of her being into these shows and making them into what they are. Ward Melville is known all around Long Island for our productions, and we all have Miss Linda Contino to thank for that. She is the reason that we are here tonight. She deserves to bow out of this in her own time, not to be forced out. She deserves the respect of being able to continue on with her passion. We are here tonight to make sure that she is given back what she deserves, her show and her family. Thank you.
Chase Carpenter.
The theater director, Linda Contino, was told that she cannot do the show next year. Mrs. Contino is such a loving, caring person. She takes pride in her job. She works so hard to put blood, sweat, and tears into the show, and you can tell by the final product how amazing she is at doing what she does best. Even during a global pandemic, she is in school teaching us and rehearsing with us. She would not stop fighting for us to do the show, and what a show it has become. The show would be nothing without her. There will never be another director that cares for the kids as much as she does. There will never be another director that puts blood, sweat, and tears like she does. Mrs. Contino brings magic to the stage, and without her, there will be no more magic. I think that all of you should come to the show and see what amazing production she puts on. And I beg you to keep Miss Contino and the play directors as a play director, because you'll never find someone as amazing as her.
Okay. Anne Marie, did you?
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's so nice of you. I appreciate the courtesy. I'm not as eloquent as the students. And hearing my kids speak, wow. My first experience with Linda Contino was at NISMA at Murphy. And my son Hunter, who's a singer and an actor, needed someone to play piano. Mr. Blair was going to play it. Miss Contino stepped up. Hunter's eyes bugged out of his head because her reputation preceded her. He was a nervous wreck. The woman demands excellence from her students. My children have always been told their work product is a reflection of them. You do a half-assed job, it reflects on you. She's tough. I'm not going to deny it. I know she's tough. But that's what she demands, and she wants a great final product that these children put on. I give these kids a lot of credit for being here tonight. Again, I'm not as eloquent as they are. This woman's been doing this over 30 years. First time I encountered her at Ward Melville was one of the winter concerts. And at the end, she invited students to come up, alumni. And I'm looking around like, where are these people coming from? And what are they doing? Who comes out on their college Christmas vacation to sing at a high school? Who does that? Students that respect this woman, relationship she's developed over 30-something years, that says a lot. Not for nothing, they say timing is everything. I don't know whose banner idea it was to get this going 2 weeks before they open this show. You play head games with a teacher putting on a production, and these students that are to take stage in 2 weeks? The epitome of mean and cruelness I heard years ago was a group of bankers want to dress up as Santa Claus on Christmas Eve, going to an orphanage and foreclosing on it and breaking out into a song of what a friend we have in Jesus. Kind of reminds me of that. If you didn't want to have a lot of stuff and you wanted to sweep it under the rug, maybe after graduation, middle of the summer when nobody's around might have been the time to do it. As a parent of 2 kids that are in that show and have been busting their butts getting ready for it, your timing couldn't have been worse. I have a lot of respect for this woman. Who makes chili during a pandemic and brings it through the drive-thru at McDonald's for a student? This is her life and passion. This is more than a job for this woman. You all know the teachers that phone it in. They're better off staying home and send them a paycheck. This is not one of them. I respectfully request that whosever idea this is, think it over again. She wants to bow out, like Miss Olivia said, let her do it on her time. It's making for really bad feelings among a lot of people, parents and students alike. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for the year we're having so far. It's been really good up until today. We appreciate everything everybody has done to make us have a school year and a show. We're one of the few districts having a show.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, was there anyone else who wanted to address the board at this time? Okay, we still have some time maybe for after the results come in, if someone wants to speak. Okay. All right, we have a slight recess while we wait for
We, we still, Irene? Irene? Are we gonna certify?
Okay, we're now reconvening to approve, to certify the election. Second.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried. When do people get sworn in?
July.
That's, yeah, but isn't there a vacancy?
No,
No?
we're not replacing.
Oh, okay. All right, just asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is there any further public participation? Seeing none, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Yes. And